right. This is practice for determining the probability of a chance event. So, mostly I'm just going to read these to you and try and give you little hints. So, number 1 says, if you spun the spinner one time, what is the probability it would land on a black piece? So, let's count how many black pieces there are. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 black pieces. Oops, that's the part of my screen that doesn't work. So maybe if I scoot it over. 4. Nope, that's exactly where it doesn't work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be a probability of 4 out of how many total pieces are there in the spinner. Let's count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9, so it's 4 over 9. That's our probability that it would land on a black piece. Now, we don't have to simplify that because we can't simplify 4 over 9. That's as slow as it goes. So number 2, if you spun the spinner one time, what is the probability of landing on either a black piece or a white piece? So for that one, you need to add together your black pieces and your white pieces and then put it over the total. Number 3, if you spun a spinner one time, what is the probability of land on a gray piece? Again, count up your grays, put it over a total, and then simplify if you can. Number 4, if you spun a spinner one time, what is the probability it would land on a white piece? Same thing as number 3. And then number 5, how many pieces are there total in the spinner? All right, number 6. If you were to roll the dice one time, what is the probability it will not land on a 1? So if our sample space for a dice, there's 6 sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's our sample space. So those are all the possible outcomes that you could get when you roll a dice. Now it says, what's the probability it will not land on a 1? So that means we have to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 out of 6 total outcomes. There's a 5 out of 6 chance it won't land on a 1. We don't count the 1 because it says we want to know what is the probability of it not landing on a 1. Number 7. If you were to roll the dice one time, what is the probability it will land on a 4? So again, write out your sample space. These are all the possible rolls you could get. What's the probability that it would land on a 4? There's only one 4. So what's the probability out of how many total possible outcomes? Number 8. If you were to roll the dice one time, what is the probability of it landing on an odd number? So again, we're going to write our sample space. 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna give you a hint on the odd numbers. So odd numbers, 1, 3, 5. So what's the probability it would land on an odd number? Make sure you simplify your fractions. Okay, number 9. Which shape has a 0.4 chance, 8 out of 20, of being selected? So which shape has 8 out of 20? So the diamonds, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 diamonds, so it's not going to be the diamonds. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. So I would say it's going to be the stars because there's 8 out of 20. Number 10. If you were to select one shape at random from the array, which shape do you have the greatest probability of selecting? So when they talk about array, this is an array, this whole thing here. That's an array. So which shape do you have the highest probability of selecting? You can draw the shape if you don't want to write it out. Number 11, if you were to select one shape at random from the array, what is the probability that it would be a diamond? So calculate the probability of it being a diamond. And then number 12, how many shapes total are there total in the array? All right, flipping over to the back. This is the same thing. So what's the probability of spinning green? There's 1, 2, 3 greens. You can't really read that. Let me get a different color. 1, 2, 3 greens. 3 out of how many? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total options. So to roll a green would be 3 out of 12, and then you need to simplify that to get your full points. And then number 2, what's the probability of spinning red? Do the same thing, but count up your reds. Your red number of reds is going to be on top, and then you simplify that. Number 3, what is the probability of spinning blue? Number 4, what is the probability of spinning yellow? I'm going to draw a line here because we're not talking about the spinner anymore. All right, number 5. The letters that form algebra are put in a bowl. What is the probability of choosing a letter other than A? So here's our sample space, A, L, G, E, B, R, A. What is the probability of choosing a letter other than A? So that would be L, G, E, B, R. So count those up and put them over the total possible outcomes. Number 6, a bag contains 30 pieces of candy. There are 15 grape, 7 cherry, 3 lemon, and 5 strawberry. What is the probability of drawing a lemon? You will have to simplify that. Number 7, a bag has 3 red marbles, 2 blue, and 4 yellow. What is the theoretical probability of pulling a red? So we're just going to say, I didn't really go over what theoretical probability is yet. So let's just say probability. Number 8, you flip a nickel 3 times. Find the probability that all flips will land on tails. We're going to skip this one too. And then number 9, the probability of it raining today is 30%. What is the probability that it will not rain? That one's kind of difficult, but just think about how 100% is certain. So if you take away 30%, what do you have left? All right, try and do the rest of these on your own, and good luck.